Welcome to yet another episode of FoFA Army. I am your loving host, the man in the iron makeup, Elliot Rad Rogers. That is right. I'm here with my cohort, Conkey, who is somewhere, I'm sure. Not to mention, we've got news on top of this blighted world we seem to be living and rolling on. No worries, I'll come to you. Just press D for dial for delivery. Oh shit, shut up. I messed that up bad, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So things started off kind of small in its own right. So you had small conferences, small developers conferences being moved, and then it went on bigger things like GDS, GDC, excuse me. Wow. Was cancelled first only after, the big boys like PlayStation and Microsoft, and then like Blizzard and all these big faces pulled out. So now that's cancelled. And then it just started spiraling out from there. So now, schools are being cancelled, flight restrictions, a hell of a hullabaloo all over the place. And now things like South by Southwest are being cancelled. That hasn't happened in 30 years. And then, of course, you got other things, big things like E3, which has been operating since 1995, now closes its doors. So now all these developers and publishers are scrounging to have their own sort of live, digital, VR, sort of conference to their loyal people. And that's fine. That's fine, but the impact, the economical impact that this is going to make to the businesses, the small businesses, mainly, hotels, restaurants, ride-sharing services, the people who volunteer to work this for that extra cash cow, they're looking forward to it maybe since last year. Now that's all gone down the crapper. All thanks to this wonderful Covid-19 nonsense. And I say nonsense because, while it's right to be worried, it's obviously right to have good personal hygiene. I'm talking to you gamers. It's still okay, apparently, to go to the movies. We don't want anyone conversing, mingling in big public areas, with a lot of other people. But it's fine to go to the damn movies. So, we're going to go slightly off topic and talk about IRL. Yeah, I know, right? First for everything here. So, your FoFA Army has your back in all things, including IRL. That's what we're trying to say here. With all this craziness over, the sickness and being cleanliness, having good personal hygiene is something that we should stress. Gamers often come off as, smelly. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, see? Anyway. Where was I? That was pretty wafty, that was. Yeah, you should take care of your personal hygiene. You never know when someone wants to get close, when someone might, including you, have to scooch by someone in the library, in public transportation, in a concert. I mean, you never know. I'm sure you've had that experience where you're out in public and then something just comes along, tickles your nose, and then you just mighty tear in your eye, you're trying to choke back the gag reflex, and you're like, what in the hell is that? Oh my god! And then you realize that it might be you. It's happened to me once or twice. It's true. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've been the smelly person. I might still be, and yeah, after that recent check, I am the Mr. Smelly person to you. Yeah. And I do my washing up. I do my top and tails. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Fresh off the wire comes to you courtesy of Gamstat or Gamstat.com. So it seems that they have done some digging, and after gleaming some information off the PlayStation Store, it seems like Google's Tilt Brush app, which has been the mainstay and wide arrayed use of VR artists since 2016 on every platform except for the PlayStation VR, might be around the corner. A unique identifier code has been found with an image supposedly supporting that PlayStation is the publisher for the upcoming Google Tilt Brush app. They recently did slim down the application to fit on the mobile modest chipset for the Oculus Quest, and it seems like they have then been able to port it over to the PSVR. We don't know how much interoperability this will retain, as Tilt Brush then could be used to export items and collaborate using other Google apps that is not available on the PlayStation Store. There was no date, and technically this was not even announced. This was data mined, I guess you could say. And again, the information was scrubbed. So, no screen pic. It's hard to say if it's true or not, but it would be cool. I'm not going to lie. This, however, does seem to do in stark contrast with the things that PlayStation themselves has cooked up, including the newly released Dreams application, which supposedly is supposed to have PSVR support. Interesting. When this drops, or at least more news becomes available, we will bring it to your doorstep. So, one of the last tidbits of news that we would like to talk to you about tonight comes in the way of Xbox One. That's right, a brand new free-to-play MMO just recently released called Blessed Unleashed. Now, you might have heard about this title from Bandai Namco, but what you may not know about is this is actually from the ashes of a title called Blessed Online, which failed miserably. Done by NeoWiz, a PC exclusive only at the time, which came out in alpha or beta in 2018, late 2018, and from what I understand, did not make it out of that beta. It died a miserable, horribly death with poor reviews. So what does Xbox do? In, of course, normal typical fashion, they scoop it up, slap a different yet same yet different name on it, so they can cash in. And as if it wasn't already a cash grab before, this is again free-to-play MMO. What does that mean? It should raise a lot of red flags, because that means this is microtransaction heaven. That's right, you can grind all day, every day to try to get that one cosmetic item that might take you upwards of 3 months, or of course you can just spend real life money to grab that awesome hat. And that is exactly what they want you to do. Round 8 Studios, now the new, I want to say developer, was working with NeoWiz, and they claim it as not a port, even though it's using, well, the same name, characters, setting, locale, and story. I don't know what their definition of port isn't, but apparently this is not a port. Now, you can go to the Steam page and check for yourself about Bless, Online, and see how well it did not do. And then you can, of course, look forward to Bless Unleashed, because it is, again, not a port, but exactly the same.
Hi everybody, it's Conkey. That's right, I'm in the house, and I'm coming to you with some VR news. So, Knock Twice Games, the developers behind this new game called Good Goliath, will be releasing on March 31st for all major headsets. That's right, the Oculus, the Vive, the Index, and of course the PSVR. And I think that's swell. That's great. The whole family's here together. Anyway, this is an awesome type of tower defense game where you yourself are the tower. That's right, you are the good Goliath, squaring off against angry villagers, forces of nature, magic and that sorts. And then of course at the end of every level, you're going to go against another giant, another Goliath. That's right, who slew the Goliath? Is your name David? Do I know what I'm even talking about? Where am I? Anyway, this looks to be great fun, as it combines many elements of tower, defense, and strategy. And if I said that any slower, my brain aneurysm would have been more obvious. Anyway, just wanted to there we go again. Oh yeah, I'll be back after I take my pills. Oh. Hi everybody, it's me, Conkey again. That's right, I'm back with more news. Oh god, I'll never use that one again, I promise. Anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out. That's right, I'm giving a shout out to all my peeps. And this one goes out to you, Ishon. Thank you for fixing my broken laptop. And I know it was broken. You said you just turned it on, but I see straight through your X-Man tactics. You have powers. I won't go make it public. More public than I just have. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all your superhuman abilities to bring back my laptop from the dead. Yay!
Oh dear, I don't know what the hell happened, or where the hell I am. You there, you! Are you able to help an old man get the hell out of here? I beg you!